Hey guys, Jenna Arsenault here, wife, dog trainer, and entrepreneur. As you can see, I have this tiny little fluffy white friend now. Oh, he's so cute. This is Recon. So a week ago exactly, I got a Chihuahua puppy. Now, this is my first small dog. Like, very small dog, obviously. He's like 3 pounds right now. I got him, I wanted to switch things up from the Malinois, the Shepherds, and try something out that could travel with me, come on the airplane, and still be fun. You know, he's got lots of energy still. He likes to tug. He comes from really great lines, and you know, he's honestly, this last week has been super awesome having him around. But there is huge differences that I have learned with small dogs in comparison to the big dogs that we normally train. So these are some of the things that I have learned and things that I have pivoted and changed to ensure that I set this little guy up for as much success as possible. So biggest thing is this right here, holding him all the time. They're small, they're cute, you know, you want to hold them and have fun with them. But also I find, because I work at a dog training facility, there's a lot of other dogs around, and you know, I don't want him to get hurt. So I pick him up lots and I'm carrying him a lot because there's other dogs, other things going on. You know, and one of my worries is that he gets too used to, you know, being carried and held up versus actually, you know, doing things and learning how to walk. You know, it's a huge, huge issue that I see, never being on a leash, things like that. So what I make sure as much as, you know, there's other things going on, that I set up certain areas that are safe, and that he's out and he's walking a bunch and he's learning how to be a dog. Because this is easy, but this is something that's not going to set him up for success. If he thinks he can always be carried, or if he gets scared by something and that I'll pick him up, you know, that's not helping him build confidence. Okay, so as his owner, I have to ensure that the situation is safe, but I also have to let him do some exploring and make sure that there's a safe exposure to certain things so that he's walking on the ground. Another thing is this food drive is a little bit different than the Malinois, right? Or labs, things like that. Bigger dogs tend to want to work for their food a little bit more. For him, it's taken a little bit. And I've done certain things to build the engagement like we spoke about in previous videos. So tossing a treat and having him kind of chase me, come back, reward, and using the small, tiny little pieces and trying to build that up. It is a little bit difficult with kibble, so I am going to switch to raw here and practice with that, so that I'm doing the same foundations that I would do with any type of dog, and building that engagement and having them working for food. Because ultimately, this little guy, I need to ensure that I have as much trust and control over as possible, because there's tons of threats out there for him, you know, and I need to have him coming back when called, sticking close when needed, all those kind of things. So I have to learn how to adapt and build that. So currently working using the tiniest pieces of kibble and creating that drive, because this guy, he might be small, but he's sure fierce. He has the drive. So that's one thing I've learned. And the third thing is the importance of confidence and exposure. You know, this little guy, like I said, he's tiny, he's 3 pounds. Everything in life is super big, super scary. You know, naturally he's pretty good, like he has pretty good genetics, and you know, he checks things out and he doesn't get super scared, but he's definitely not like the Malinois or the Shepherds that I've worked with that work through a lot of things, you know, sounds, loud sounds, things like that does scare him, and it takes him a little bit to figure out how to navigate that. So what I've learned is how important it is to show him, you know, small windows of loud sounds, different things, and allowing him to overcome that and realize that, hey, this is no big deal. Even though it's huge, even though it's super slanted or uneven surfaces or weird sounds, that it's not a threat, and ultimately building his confidence up. So that would be something that I would recommend to anybody, obviously anyone, puppy, adult dog, big, small, but this is a huge thing that I've noticed to be different with the little guys, is they really need that confidence building, and the confidence building on their own, separate from us as their handler, as their owner, because we naturally want to carry and hold and prevent them from seeing things, because it's easy, right? You can't grab a 100-pound Rottweiler and hold them and protect them from everything, but I sure can a 3-pound Chihuahua. So I'm not setting him up for success by doing that, and I want him to be super confident because he's going to travel around with me all around the world. So those are things that I have learned just within having him in a week. Hopefully, as I continue to learn him more and learn how to navigate things, I can share more information with you. So let me know if you have any questions, or if you have a little guy that you're working with and some of the things that you're having issues with, or you have any questions on. I'd love to help answer. And you know, these little dogs, they can be capable of a lot, so we can't underestimate them. Have a great day, guys.
He's a puppy. I so cool, this puppy. Do you have the hiccups? Do you have the hiccups?